X! Guys, welcome to my full watch-along and commentary of the movie X. Now, guys, if you haven't done one of these with me before, you know that we do watch the entire movie, and X is rated R, so it's going to have some nudity in it that I can't show you guys. Come on, you know how this works. You know I can't show you that kind of stuff, but I can do some tips and tricks that I know by doing these before, and I'll let you hear the sounds every now and then. I'll show you the image. Don't worry about that. I'll let you see what's going on here on the screen, and mostly you'll be able to just see this and tell exactly where in the movie I'm at. Because this has nudity in it, because there's probably going to be a bunch of A-bombs, I have to be careful. I have to be careful and cognizant of that. So I'll try to have that muted as much as possible, but if one slips by, my apologies. We'll fix that in the post. X is about a bunch of young filmmakers going out in Texas to film an adult movie, and then they get, brutally dispatched by the people there on the ranch or wherever they're going to be filming. It stars Jenna Ortega, Mia Goth, Brittany Snow, and guys, X. It's out on VOD today, so let's just get started right into it right away, right now. Okay, so I'm starting my copy. We're 35 seconds in, and I'll let you know time markers, timestamps as we go through. So it looks like there's just at the ranch, and there's really not much going on. We can hear some crickets in the background and such. You guys will get the hang of this, don't worry. I'll be showing you the juicy parts, the cool parts. I'll be saving all of that up towards the end. But it looks like the sheriff is coming to this homestead to open up the movie. Now, I'm a big proponent of opening scene. And what I mean by that is that I really like the opening of the movie to hook you with something to, grab your attention and say, whoo, that's what we're in store for. So, looks like the sheriff guy is looking at some body that's on the ground. Still hear bug noise, so don't worry, guys, don't worry. And after this goes live, I'll put some time codes in the comment section and the description so you guys can jump ahead to your favorite parts and see my reaction, and afterwards we'll do a full review, and that is definitely a bloody mess. You can see the hatchet there in the foreground there. Ooh, what's this? Looks like there's sounds like there's some kind of a sermon on the TV, on the telly. Resist the devil. Ooh, the powers of Satan. So it's a religious couple. Got my coffee. I hope you guys have your libations there for Friday. Happy Friday. Or I guess it's Good Friday, so it's not really happy. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. Okay, so they're going down into the cellar. Let's see if I can reposition this just a little bit better. Good. That's good. So, X. I've heard a lot of good things. What were your guys' thoughts on this? Ooh, here's some music there. And the guys sort of like, my God. Oh. Female's voice. Darkness. I'm guessing this is opening credits. We see some narcotics getting spread down there on a plate glass, as narcotics usually do. No, it's not narcotics usually are. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's Mia Goth, right? Oh, they're at a bar. Is she a performer? Is she a dancer? 24 hours earlier. Oh, so this is going to take place over a day. Mm. Okay, so her and this guy are together, it looks like. It looks okay, Fuzz says. Okay, good. There ain't nobody else out there like you. So everybody wants to see you dance, and I'm guessing that she's going to be dancing without any clothes on, guys. Wow. Two two songs there right off the bat. And this is Brittany Snow coming out. Houston, Texas. Yeah, Topless Entertainment, it says there in the background. So Mia Goth and Brittany Snow are going to be the actresses in the X movie. That's a loud. I got to turn down my audio because the audio mix was a bit off there. So they're just taking off. Girls, 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 burlesque. Okay, we've all spent our time in pubs like that, right? Oh, is that a matte painting? That looks like it's a matte painting. What it means is that the background has just been painted on to make it look like it's back in time. So we knew that this was taking place the late 70s, right? So we are just 6 minutes into this film. Looks like they're handing out the script. Remember when the adult movies had scripts?
Yes, there I am.
The higher class of the adult film. Okay, there's Brittany Snow.
Did against me, that would have panned out beautifully.
Uh-huh.
Just want a paper house, a big old pool, so I can float around with my knees in the.
So she wants to tan her thingies. Cool fisheye lenses. Wow. And there's Kid Cudi. He's the stud of the movie, of the picture. And apparently I hear that he's pretty good in this, so we'll have to keep our eye on him. I'm guessing he's going to be like the guy that comes through at the end to try to save everybody, but then like gets an axe in the back for his troubles. You want to go to Singapore for adult entertainment. Eyes open, jaw drop, different world. Singapore, I heard. Well, no, isn't Singapore very tight and restrictive about that kind of stuff? Isn't Singapore where they like to check your stuff to make sure you're not bringing any adult material in with you because it's banned there? Isn't Thailand more like the Wild West of adult entertainment? Okay, so they've stopped at a gas station. Very, very throwback to Texas Chainsaw, and we know that it was inspired by that.
I'm out of the red for good.
Well, let's make a picture a week then.
So they're talking about making movies. Okay, so they're going to establish the scene. Tell you this, Mia Goth immediately has jumped out at me here. She has charisma.
Hey, everyone with a pulse.
So she wants the fame, she wants the glory. But the camera does like her. Immediately, Mia Goth. That's her, right? Mia Goth? Not in the poster there, but unless I got my names up. But Hmm. So they don't like the girlfriend of the camera guy? Is that what they're saying? I'm guessing the camera girl is Jenna Ortega. Yeah, that's Jenna Ortega. Brittany Snow.
Your little boyfriend's cute.
He's the cameraman. And she's the sound person. If you didn't know, obviously, Jenna Ortega was in the new Scream movie. Sometimes the boyfriend. So we're establishing the characters here. Low budget. I like that suit. That pastel blue. So he's just pumping some gas. Filming some B-roll. She said, she just said that if you tilt the camera up looking like that, it looks like he's using his Johnson to fill the car up. Okay. So it's got some charm to it. It's got some fun to it. Good. Oops.
And they got plenty of farms?
Well, this county raised.
So they're just giving some exposition here, saying that why can't they film this in Houston? They got to go to the outskirts. There's that sermon guy again on the telly. Yeah, Texas is a very red state. They're very conservative there. Well, they used to be anyway. That's slowly changing, though. Because people are realizing, hey, all of these restrictions are not as fun.
How's the script?
How's the script? Does it matter?
I want to have to wear a hard hat to make a living. Do you?
So they're saying that it's easier to make movies like this than to get a real job, like working in a factory somewhere. So we know his motivations. We know her motivations. The blonde just rides the wave. She's free, right? She just goes with the flow, does whatever. I like it. And we're getting a lingering shot on the shop owner there, watching the sermon in the background.
Before it is too late, he may be a forgiven God. Has got his limits.
But every man has his limits. Ooh, that's interesting. They were flashing between the cows and the sermon there. Okay, so we are sitting at 13 minutes and 10 seconds into the movie. For a movie that's just about an hour and 43 minutes. We're still in the first act here. That's... Ooh, a cow got hit by a truck. She says she hates blood and guts. Well. Yeah. There's that sheriff that we saw at the beginning, right? Who saw the body underneath the thing when he lifted it up. Oh, yeah, that's not very nice. The cow's tongue was hanging out. But it happens, you know. They usually try to put those gates. Thank goodness. I'm horny. You're always horny. Yeah, I think Kid Cudi is going to be one of my favorite. Holy cow, our Glass Viking says in the live chat. Fuzz says, that's gross. Yeah, cow being hit. Mets 2, Diamondbacks 0. Who's on the mound for the Mets? Is it Stroman? Is he still there? No, Stroman's with the Chicago Cubs now, right? That's National League. I watch American League because that's where the Blue Jays are at. Okay, so they just arrived at the farm. He said sit tight while he's going to go make the preparations known that they've arrived. It's definitely the same place where the hatchet was. They're doing a very good job of showing us that same shot. Okay, so that's very, very Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it looks like they're already getting warm in the back. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit of a racy story here. It's smut. So Jenna Ortega calls it smut. She's the goody good. It is possible to make a good dirty movie, he says. So who's going to be the final girl? Is it going to be Jenna Ortega? Is it going to be the blonde? Or is it going to be Mia Goth, the one that we saw at the beginning, sitting inside the dance parlor? I like the static cinematography. You know, they're not wowing us with a whole bunch of different cuts.
Howard, right?
You from the county?
Huh. So he just pulled a gun there. And he's saying that there was private property, and he's just walking him back off the porch. But they should be expected there. You think they would have signed up to be there?
Tuesday. You remember?
You remember? Yeah. So this old timer, and this is the thing about Texas. Sorry if you're watching this and you're from Texas, but I'm guessing you wouldn't have that kind of a response all the time, right? You never know that you'll have that reaction of somebody answering the door with a pop gun of some kind. So we saw that in the trailer. Ooh, that's one ugly son of a bitch. So they're going to unpack. Now I imagine, well, just thinking about my knowledge of horror movies and movies all around, to establish the first act, we've seen who these characters are, what their motivations are. We get to the scene where the main story is going to take place, and then we're going to get the problem. And the problem will be when probably the first person goes missing or gets killed and they don't know what to do. That'll be the end of the first act. And then the rest of it is, the bulk of it will be about them slowly getting picked off by this old couple that lives in this ominous old house. And you can see that there. I like the flavor of this cinematography, like the grain. You can see the grain in the image. And that's very effective in bringing us back to that kind of 70s grindhouse feeling, and very effective. It helps you get immersed in the world. got like a long wide shot of just a field. Them walking through the field. Very effective cinematography. Like you can barely see them. Ooh. Sounds like the old man is having some respiratory problems. Now, walking through the long grass like that is usually a big, huge no-no. At least in North America. I don't know how it is elsewhere. Like, it's there, but that's like where ticks and stuff are. So you have to be mindful of that. You want to check that you got no travelers that jumped on you while you went through the long grass. Ooh. You serve. Flat feet. So Kid Cudi there, that guy served in Vietnam. Cool. He doesn't look impressed though. He does not look impressed. Oh, the old man was looking at her, at Mia Goth. So. $30 to stay in this place. $30. I don't think I like you, Wayne.
I don't much like the looks of none of y'all.
Okay, so he's just warning them there. So that could potentially be the end of the first act. He's just warning them, saying that he doesn't like the looks of them. He doesn't like the fact that there's so many of them there. Yeah. So they're just talking about the situation now. Church mouse. So he just called her, Jenna Ortega, church mouse. I think Jenna Ortega is going to be the final girl, right? She's going to be the one that survives it all. Everybody else is going to be like free game. Okay, so that's some nudity, guys, and I can't show that, obviously. They're filming one of the adult scenes. You can hear a little bit of the noise there. So the owner and the wife oh, so is the cameraman also the director? He's saying directions. I don't know. That's maybe a little too risky. So we're actually getting a full-blown scene here, guys. 23 minutes in. and the Kid Cudi character was like, "Hey, quit giving me directions. Let me do the let me take care of that." Okay. You can hear them in the background. Mia Goth's character has come out to have a cigarette of some kind. And she's got the overalls on. I've seen people do cosplays of this costume, of her with the overalls. Okay, well, we knew that that was going to be in the movies, guys. We knew that that was going to be in the movie, and you can't see much. You can't, like, even when they were showing parts of their bodies, the skin, you never saw it really well. I mean, that's you have movies like that you can watch. This is a horror movie, right? But they're there to film an adult movie, so it was there. So yeah, I want to take a look at this costume. It's just the overalls, and you can tell that she's wearing nothing underneath it, at least upstairs. I've seen girls do cosplays of that. Maybe is she the final girl? Mia Goth there. She going to be the final girl? I'm guessing it's between her and Jenna Ortega. Interesting. There's a dock there with some kind of a pond or lake. Very ominous. She's going to put her feet in the water without even knowing the waters. The owner and the wife will be in the movie too then. So the owner and the wife will be in the movie too, and Glass Viking says in the live chat. Looks like she's being stalked. There's somebody in the woods there watching her sitting on the dock. I think it must be that old lady. Gray hair. Interesting shot. Very interesting shot. She's just standing there. There's no music. Oh, a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, she's dropping her clothes and there's some nudity there. Final girl. More like the first victim. Do you think she'll be the first one? So the cameraman is trying to say that he wants to make it like an artistic piece. Ugh. So I don't want to see that. So he just told him to grab his thingy. Ooh. And now she's wiping the stuff off her all over the back. James. People can use that against you. Film X refers to X rating, yes. And we can see Kid Cudi's back. The gratuitous butt shot of the film. So now the two performers are taking jabs at each other. Shot on location in New Zealand. Oh, I can't show this part because it's got nudity in it, guys. He says, I think I love you. And, okay, so we're getting some weird cutting again. It was them sitting on the bed, but it was flipping in between her swimming in this pond or lake. It was like back and forth shots, like blinking almost. Very interesting editing style. Not leaving much to the imagination, are they? Glass Vikings says in the live chat. Yeah, they're definitely not. Okay, so we're panning over to a croc. Wait, they have crocodiles in Texas? Alligators? Well, I guess it can survive there if they brought that there. I don't think they're there naturally. Maybe I'm ignorant to it. I would think that's more in Florida and Alabama kind of thing, New Orleans kind of thing area. In the bayou, right? That's where those are. That's creepy. We can see it swimming towards it. Her. Oh, you guys couldn't see it on that shot. Sorry. It was a very high angle, like shot. Yeah, like that. Ooh, I like that. That's very effective. Very effective cinematography. And that's why you don't go swimming in unknown waters, guys. Even where I grew up, you just don't do that. And is it going to get her? So she got her feet out of the water just in time. And this is from the movie. He just said, and action.
Broke down on the highway back yonder, and I was hoping I could use y'all's phone to call for help.
So he's coming to the house for help. My car, excuse me, ma'am, my car broke down.
Much obliged.
Yeah, Kid Cudi's doing good here, man. He's just got that swagger to him. I like it. So she's just coming back from her swim, and is she going to see something weird? She looks at the house. Oh, the old lady's out on the balcony. Very you. That's kind of she's waving to her at least. Now, I know something about that old lady, and we'll talk about this after the movie is done. Okay? Because I know I do a movie news live show, so I talk about movie news, and I know certain things about this production. I watched the trailers for this and such. Maybe I'll leave a link to the trailer reactions in the comment section too for this once it gets uploaded. But we'll definitely talk about this afterwards. So watch the time codes in the comment section, and we'll talk about that old lady and this character that's once again just looking at the house through the screen door. What's the time stamp there, James? 31 minutes and 30 seconds. So is she the first victim? Artglass, I think you might be right that she'll be the first victim. Because you never go into somebody's house without permission, especially when you went there and they pull a gun on you. You're asking for it then. And of course, this has to be the throwback to Texas Chainsaw, where she'll walk in. I'm guessing she's going to get hit over the head. The old lady looks like Jessica Tandy. Well, we haven't really gotten a really good look at her yet, in the movie wise. So she's just walking in saying, hello? Anybody here? No? They don't keep good keep of their kitchen. That's a good way to get a stomach bug. I learned that the hard way when I was a bachelor for the first time, moving out. Okay, so the old lady just asked her for lemonade. Yeah, in Texas Chainsaw Mass, the creepy house had furniture made with human bones. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and that fuzz, that when they did that, that was a throwback to Ed Gein. He did that. He made furniture out of bones. So, in the movie they're making, they had lemonade, and now in the actual movie, she's having lemonade with the old lady. So this is an interesting scene. I want you guys to remember this scene and this part of the movie because this is shot in an interesting way. Very interesting way. I'm going to take off this Band-Aid. It's not very attractive. Okay, so she's just having some lemonade. Okay, so in the movie, she stands up and she's going to go over to give him a kiss. To proposition him. To get him excited at the possibility of, well, you know. I could murder lemonade right now, our Glass Viking says in the live chat. Okay. So the old lady says,
Right before the first one.
I was old too. So this is a very interesting scene. So they're saying that she was remembering a time when he was in war, and that's a picture of him in his soldier uniform. And the old lady has an interesting voice.
Such a special face.
Because there's a prequel about that old lady. So she's just walking up on her. Very interesting cinematography. Okay, so sorry, they're just kissing again. They're gonna
If Daddy catches us, there's no telling what he might do.
So that old lady. That old lady definitely got a creepy vibe. Shouldn't be in the house when he comes back. You should go, she said. Yeah. Why would you go in the house anyway? You know that's something you just don't do. So what was her secret? Fuzz in the live chat says I would put that in the lemonade like the movie Climax. So the old man's just coming home from the shop. It looks like he's got a bag of something, groceries. She's just running back to the place where they're staying, where they're filming a scene. So she's going to walk in right while they're...
Come on now, chop chop.
So they're trying to film scenes. They're going to lose the light. She's going in the cabin by herself. She's all kind of freaked out. And I would be too. That was a weird experience, just standing there with an old lady. And she's having some of the stuff again. So she said she will not accept a life that she does not deserve. The old man. Something off about this old man. Saw that there's 2 glasses of lemonade there, so he's going to figure out that somebody was there talking with her. And of course, he's not going to like it. He's going to be jealous. So, are you ready? You can hear that kind of classic style music that they used to have in movies like this, right? And they're going into the barn. So, Farmer's Daughter, take one. She's a milkmaid of some kind. Is that what the milkmaid? James, you should be ashamed of yourself.
His daughter said I could find him in here.
He must have been talking to my
Sister. Okay. Of course, she's bending over to pick up the things of milk. You wouldn't like Daddy when he's angry. That's foreshadowing. I can give you a ride, she says. Well, you know what kind of ride that is. I'm getting M. Night vibes from this old couple and house. Yeah, exactly. What was that movie? The Visit, right? Is that what it was? Art Glass Viking says in the live chat. He's getting the M. Night vibes. As you can tell, it's definitely drawing from a myriad of inspirations. Like, we'll use the Texas Chainsaw trope as our setting. We'll use a little bit of M. Night here with the old couple. We'll have to see how Creepy Dolls Fuzz says in the live chat is like Annabelle. More more of that, guys. So I might not be able to show much of this. I'll have to take that part out. They are, let's just say, getting it on. Okay. So this guy gets around. They're definitely using him to his full talents. Don't look into the camera, girl. Don't look into the camera. Oh, somebody's creeping around the outside, and they're being able to hear the noises inside the barn. Is it the old man or is it the old woman? Whoops. I can't show that. But you can't see it anyway. But I just got to be careful here. I got to be really, really careful because I don't want to lose my streaming privileges. Oh, it's the old lady. The old lady's looking at them. So the old lady's peering in through the glass at them, and now she's turned around, and we're getting flashes of the old lady sitting there. You know what I mean. Okay. Wah wah pedal from the 70s. Oh, it's got one of those words in it. I approve that word anyway. Okay. Looks like we're done with those scenes for right now. So we're seeing the old couple here, the old man. He's just sitting up. We are 44 minutes in. 44 minutes in timestamp, guys. I gotta tell you, I thought some kind of murder would have happened by now. X 2021 only made 11.7 million worldwide. Huge flop. Was it a flop? I knew. So she's wanting to get frisky as an old lady, and he's like, you know, I can't, my heart. Yeah, that's going to suck getting older. That you just can't do the same things that you would want to do. But she got all hot and bothered peeking at the scenes. Now, let's talk about the scene's pacing. The pacing of the movie so far. We're 44 minutes, just about 45 minutes in. And I thought by now we would have been well into some murder by now. The pacing of it's been slow to start, I would say. Now, I'm not hating it. I'm not disliking it. But I would say it's been a little bit slow. It's good. It's good that these characters are all interesting to watch and hear. But I'm guessing that once it happens, it's all going to happen just like that. It's just going to happen, just kind of rammed in at the end, right? But as far as a horror, it's got to get to it. So now they're trying to make fun of the sound girl, Jenna Ortega.
What's on your mind, George Mouse?
Isn't it strange watching her doing it with him?
It's not real life, it's just a movie. Okay, so they're just talking about the moralities here of working in the adult industry. And that's sort of topical because during the pandemic times here, I just used that word, I'm sorry. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag me for that. But during the last couple of years, a lot of females have turned to the webcam shows, using that to generate revenue because you just haven't been able to get out and do things, right?
Too old to fuck.
Ooh, whoops. Damn, I just... 47:19. I'm going to have to say... I'm going to have to change the ratings on this when it goes live. Oh well, whatever. Who cares? Nobody's going to be scanning this for... Well, maybe people will be scanning this for making sure that I don't show you the nudity and the R-rated stuff. It's weird. You know, when we did the Texas Chainsaw Watch Along, I was fine with showing the entire bus scene, but because of the blood and gore. But if you say one F-bomb too many, you actually show some nudity, then you're in real trouble. So okay.
But I did like what I saw today.
Okay, so she at least liked it, what she saw. Good. Oh, he's got a guitar. Cool. He's gonna finger pick it. I can't finger pick right now because of my thumb. I don't know if you guys see. Oh. So that's Brittany Snow singing. That's the blonde. She's singing. I dig it, man. You know, that's what's good about being a guitar player. You know, these things come in real handy when you go camping or something, or you're just sitting around the fire, sing some songs. Great fun, especially at house parties too. Because just like this, if you bring out the guitar, then he'll bring out anybody who can sing. You play some songs. It's fun. Man, I miss house parties. Okay, so it looks like this old lady is spying on them while they're listening to her sing. Fuzz in the live chat says you might be the first channel to do an X watch along on YouTube. Oh, good. Well, these watch alongs are love that song Landslide. Is that what this song is called? Landslide? Yeah, I like that. But they're showing us something on the dark. There's like the split screen cinematography here, and they're showing us. It's kind of dark on my screen. I don't know if you guys can see that. What? Now, now Jenna Ortega said, "What?"
I want to be in the movie.
She wants to be in a movie. She wants to be in the movie. And he says no. So now all of that talk about it being just a movie is like, she's like, why not? Because you're my girlfriend. No.
Making a good dirty movie. I don't want to just carry the equipment.
She doesn't want to. She wants to be in it. Well, you can't. Why? It's just a movie. It's my film. Nobody cares about the story, man. Really? Yes. Psycho was a horror film. This guy who's playing RJ. Whoops. Can't.
Just give the people what they're paying for.
Because I'm making something.
So she's talking about seeing his. This has turned interesting. I like this dialogue. And it's like, no, you can't be in the movie. You're my girlfriend now. All that stuff we were talking about before is the hypocrisy there. Hey, if she wants to be in the movie,
Young women. Now, if she's serious, which I suspect she is.
if she's serious, yeah, exactly. So he's saying if she wants to do it, she's going to do it without you anyway. So have it in a controlled situation. Fight some man whore. That's Deuce Bigelow, right? They use that term a lot. Huh. 53 minutes and 45 seconds, guys. I like this part, this dialogue, and it's acted very well. I vote this scene as my nomination for P-break scene. Really? You're not enjoying this scene, Fuzz? I like the flip of the dynamic there of that one character. She started off as kind of like the prude herself, and now she's come out saying that she wants to be in a scene. It's going to be an all-girls scene? They're definitely getting into the sensuality part of this. Okay, so it's going to be an all-girls scene, it looks like. Maybe. She's looking back at him. And he's looking back at her saying, no, I don't know if I like you doing this. But she's disrobing. And the producer's coming up behind him, giving him the camera, saying, shoot the scene. And the Landside song is my vote for P-break scene. Oh, okay, the Landside scene. Yeah, I like that song, though. But yeah, if you needed to go then, that would have been a good scene, because really nothing much happened there. That was kind of just like a pause, a break in the movie. Yeah, I could see that for sure, Fuzz. Okay, so she's climbing around, and they're about to oh, okay, so now we're flipping to the old woman lying down, looking at the sun, at the moon. Okay, so where are we at here? They just filmed the scene. We didn't see anything from the scene. I didn't think we would see Jenna Ortega actually do it. I didn't think we would see that, because she's rising in fame because of this and because of Scream. Where are we at here? 56 minutes. And so the director there is just standing in the shower, upset that he just filmed the scene with his girlfriend having relations with another man. He's not happy. So far, if this was rated as a horror movie, I haven't gotten to the scene yet where we're actually going to see somebody get killed, and we're almost an hour into it. And that means that there will only be like 40 minutes left. I like how they established all the characters. I liked how they talked about that Flip, how she wanted to be part of the movie. They had that scene where she was out swimming in that pond with the alligator in it. Did that really do anything to help this movie along? Did that really do anything? I like the cinematography of it. But we're starting to hit a lull here. And this lull can't go on for too much longer. They have to show some action here for us to get back into it. So he's going to bail. He's bailing on them. And that old lady's just standing in the way of the... That's kind of creepy. And then the song Fear the Reaper is on. So he's going to get out and talk to this old lady. And I'm guessing that finally we're going to get a kill here. That's what I wanted to see in this, was a nice kill. Because one of the things that I did like about the Texas Chainsaw reboot there that we got on Netflix is that it moved fast, right? It was an hour and 20 minutes. And come on. Get on with it already. Dispatch him. Ooh, she's moaning. Ew. So she's groping him. Yeah. I'd be like, is she licking him? So I don't want to see it. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. She was about to disrobe. And he said, go find your husband for that. And now we got a kill. There we go. Finally. A knife in the throat. Ooh. She gonna do that anyway? Trolling an alligator was the closest to an unnatural end so far. Hourglass Viking says in the live chat. Fuzz says, I'd rather get slapped than kissed by an old baddie. So she's getting on top to finish the job, right? Now, remember this old lady. And she stabbed him again and again. And again, okay. Oh, we got some splatter on the lights of the van. And she's enjoying it. She's enjoying that. And they're lingering on this. They're showing her working the knife around there, turning his neck into mince. Huh. Okay. So the first kill came in just under the hour mark. And now she's just standing there looking at her hands. I'm guessing that she's done something like this before. Weird. Now they're having like a dance piece, very much like out of Joker. Remember when he shot the guys on the subway and then he went into the bathroom and started dancing? Is that what this is referencing? So you could definitely see the inspirations in this, where it all came from, for sure. Okay, we get it. But I would say, while that scene worked for the Joker, because we established his character was off, and he used those kinds of things as to try to calm himself. We don't know that about this old lady. So I would say in this scene, that kind of dance doesn't quite fit. And then we got Don't Fear the Reaper in the background there. So she's just going into the van. She's turning off the engine, turning off the music. And now they're going to have to try to get rid of the body. Art Glass says, knife, or KI stand corrected. The knife in the neck would do it. Yeah. Fuzz Aldrin says, I'm so happy I didn't see this movie in the theaters. I paid for the outfit instead. The outfit. Yeah, the outfit. That's playing right now in the theater near me. Mark Rylance, right, is in the outfit. Okay, so she used to be a dancer, so she's regressing back to a time, Hourglass Viking says. Oh, right, yeah, they did say something about her dancing in those pictures when they were looking at the pictures on the wall there. Okay, I remember that. Okay, so maybe it does have a little bit of place. It just felt like they lingered on it a bit too long, though. So now Jenna Ortega, the sound girl, is walking down a dark hallway, asking for who's there kind of thing. It's Jenna Ortega looking at an open door to their place. That's not good. So it's just nighttime now. We're not we're hearing nighttime sounds. Somebody behind her. So.
You don't think he left me, do you?
You're standing there in your tidy whities. Dude. It's like that scene in Suicide Squad when John Cena's standing there in his tidy whities. It's like, dude.
Just needs to toughen up is all.
So they're talking about he took off. What do you mean find him? He took the van. So now they're going to go out in the moonlight and look for them, or him. They're just going to go up to the van, and now they're at the barn. Okay, so the light is on at the farmhouse. And is it the old man that's coming outside?
Looking for my boyfriend?
Now, the old man's asking if you've seen his wife. So the wife wanders at night. Is that a common thing? Is that what they're saying?
Never let a good woman out of your sight.
Yep, that's true. That's good advice. Never mention her weight. Oh, there's like spike on the floor of the farm, and he's gonna step. Yeah. Oh, and the sound effects for that. You're gonna need a tetanus shot for that. Cheeseburger. Call the cow a cheeseburger. I'll have to use that one. So is it time for this guy? This guy's going to get his now? The nail from the Quiet Place makes a cameo, Fuzz says in the live chat. Yeah. I mean, how many movies have somebody actually stepped on a nail before? It happened in Quiet Place. Happened in that kids movie, Home Alone. Happened in Home Alone, right? The guy stepped on a nail. It's an experience that hasn't happened to me, and I hope it never happens to me. So he's now peering through a small hole where there's some light, and I guess he might get stuck in the eye here, guys. Somebody's going to stick like a screwdriver or something through one of the holes. Ah, yeah, I called it. That happened. I called it. It happened so fast there, and it was dark. I'm sorry if you guys didn't see that, but that definitely happened.
Very dark, and I'm worried she could fall and break her hip.
Oh, so he's worried that the old lady can fall and break her hip, and that's topical too. That happened to somebody who lives in my building recently. They fell and broke their hip. Bummer. So she's gonna go down in the cellar like he asked. I stood on a piece of Lego once. I sympathize. The Legos can hurt, yeah. So she's going to actually go down into the cellar. So we just saw that thing get pulled out of that guy's skull there. That he got. That wouldn't have killed him unless it went really in deep. And even then, you can suffer some brain damage. The old lady's wandering in with a pitchfork, and she's going to finish the job. So she's going to be the one killing everybody. It's not the guy, right? It's not the husband. And she just stuck it in. She's not going rageful like she did with the knife. She's just poking it in. Now looks like she's going to try to cover up the body with hay. So at this stage, pretty much the old people have gone too far. They've got to finish the job by getting rid of the rest of the people, which will lead towards the opening shot where we saw the sheriffs come to the house with all the blood. So we're in not the end game of the movie, but we're in the main part of it now. And it took over an hour for us to get here. An hour and 11 minutes, guys. Hour and 11 minutes. It's our timestamp. So she's walking back up from the basement. Ominous basement. And is she locked in the basement? You know what? She's locked in. So, Death Wish 3, Charles Bronson rigged your basic spring-loaded board with nail strap. I think I stopped watching Death Wish after number 2. I know there's like a Death Wish 4 as well. It used to be on Super Channel all the time. Ooh, so he's hanging up in the basement. They hung a body up in the basement, and it's a nude body, so I can't show it. But she's screaming. She sees the body, and she's screaming. Okay, so the blonde and the guy are sleeping together on a bed. And she's locked in the basement with that guy, with her boyfriend. Here's what I'll say. I'm not feeling any tension, you know? I'm not feeling any kind of, oh no, because we expected this to happen from the trailers and the setup of the movie. We expected this to happen. So the tension isn't there for me. It's just playing out as exactly as we expected it to. Now, I could say the same thing about Texas Chainsaw, but the tension was there because it was kind of like they used the things like the bone furniture and Leatherface being so abstract. It's kind of like that. How deep in the crap are we? Like how deep are we in trouble? So there he is, walking naked in the moonlight. He's got his dog tags on. Well, we heard at the start that he was served two tours in Nam, right? Drinking some milk, and he sees a flashing outside. Somebody's just walking with the flashlight. He opens the door to see an old man standing there.
My wife, she's gone missing.
Of course, he's standing there.
A lot of firepower for a missing wife.
So the old man said that there's gators in the pond. But he's standing there fully naked with a hose, and they showed it there. With a goddamn, like a baby's arm hanging down there. Okay, so he's just getting some clothes on to go help looking for the old lady. So the old man knew to lock the sound girl in the basement. So he's obviously in on it. He knows that his wife does these things. And I'm guessing the old man invited the guy up to the cabin for this purpose because he knows that the old woman has a thirst for blood, and he was upset that it was going to be so many people that were going to have to be killed because that was his objection at the beginning, right? His objection. So we're just lingering around the darkened place here, and there's the younger Mia Goth, and we can see the old lady creeping up on her in the background. And she's slowly creeping up on her. Interesting shot again. We'll have to remember this scene too. She's pulling off the blankets off her body. And now the old lady is disrobing. Oh, come on. We don't need to see that. I know it's makeup and all, but the girl in the bed looked dead already. She's sleeping. Or, you never know. But why is the old lady crawling in bed with her? She's remembering the past when she was looking like her. Is that what I'm... Like, she's trying to fantasize that she's her? Oh! You know what's going to happen here? You know what's going to happen? The old man and the guy are at the pond, and that's going to be a vicious way. So the guy is going to get... He's going to get fed to the gators.
Always a Marine. If she's out here, I'll find her.
Yeah, the one with blonde hair. Oh, the one with blonde hair. Okay. But you know what? That's going to happen to that guy. He's going to get attacked by the alligator. And we'll have to see how well they play off that scene. Timestamp. What's the timestamp time? 1 hour and 18 minutes in. What's our stream at? Our stream is at 1 hour and 19 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't waste time with the intro. I hate doing long intros before we actually get into the movie. She's taking her bloody hand and rubbing her back. Creepy, man. It's creepy. But there's no music here. They're using very minimal music. She's smelling her. Creepy. Yeah. And we're going to have to watch somebody get torn apart by alligators here. So he's just walking through. At midnight, walking out to the ramp there. Looks like there's a boat of some kind. Or no, there's a car. Sorry. There's a car there. Another car. It's a Volkswagen Bug. Or Beetle. Is that what? Bug? You see another car there that was submerged. So they're getting rid of evidence. That's where they're using the alligators to clean up the bodies, and they're using the pond to throw in the cars and such that come. So the old man's feeding victims to the lady. That's what's happening. So he's wading into the waters, which when you heard that there's alligators and you're going to wade into the waters.
You okay?
And of course, he's thinking that the old man got dragged away or is drowning. And she's trying to get out from the cellar. That's obviously got chains on it. Okay. So she's just looking around for some tools to help get her out of there. Hammer's a good place to start. There's that axe. There's that axe we saw in the beginning. Okay. So she's got the axe. And he made it out of the water. That's interesting. Ooh.
You scared me, Pops.
And the old man saying, okay. Okay, well.
We better get back up to the house and find.
And he just took it in the chest. Well, that's better than being torn apart by an alligator, guys. That sucks. And I like that guy. He took one right in the chest, and now she's turned over face to face with the old lady in the bed that's still groping her. Okay, so the old man, yes, the old man knew that the old lady has a thirst for blood and tries to bring in these people to satiate her, to quench that thirst that this old lady has. Okay, now she's seen her and screaming. Fuzz in the live chat says, these kills are so meh. I sort of have to agree. Like the first one was brutal. With the knife, when she was going relentless with the knife. But being shot in the chest is not really all that. It's not all that. And, and then, of course, that guy got the thing through the knife, or that screwdriver through the eye, and then got skewered with the pitchfork. Yeah, that was sort of meh. Like I'll tell you this so far. It was an interesting setup, and I like the cast. Ooh. Oh, her fingers are getting chopped off. So she was reaching to the old man just said, go back down in the cellar. And he just turned on the sermon. So we're coming around full circle to the beginning of the movie now. And I think we've pretty much figured out what's happening here. Ty West is the director. I'll tell you this. What this needed, it was an edit. This needed to be tightened up. That scene was great, of her getting her fingers cut off. where she was like breaking through the door and had her face like this, sort of like The Shining. You can see a lot of the inspirations here. Booger Sugar. Okay, so the old lady's standing out on the dock. And you know what's going to happen? The blonde is going to get eaten by the alligator. They've shown us too many times of the alligator.
Believe it or not, I even thought about becoming a nurse one day.
She wanted to be a nurse. And the old lady slapped her. Huh.
You don't want my help? No problem.
So. So she's saying, move out of the way. Okay, so yeah, we saw this coming too, that she got pushed into the water. And, okay, we're just seeing a lot of thrashing around in the water. She's obviously getting picked apart by the alligator. So that was the blonde, and the old man asked her if that was that the one, and she said, I don't like blondes. So yeah, it's definitely the mix between The Visit and Texas Chainsaw. Now she's cleaning her body from being touched and groped by the old woman. The blonde death scene was okay. Yeah, it was a little bit dark. I wanted to see a little bit more of that thrashing around, of that barrel roll thing that the alligator does. And now she's seeing the old couple walking through the forest late at night. So who's left alive now? It's only her, that one that was being touched and on the mattress, and the one in the basement. So she's the final girl. She's the final girl. The one that turned and filmed the scene. Jenna Ortega. She's going to be the final girl. Timestamp is 1 hour and 27 minutes and 40 seconds. So it's literally just like another 15 minutes at the most. Which is basically the third act. We're into the third act now. I guess the third act for this movie would be her trying to get out of the basement. Right? So they're just saying,
This one's different.
okay. Pearl. Remember that. The old woman is called Pearl. Pearl.
I'm special.
But she's a brutal murderer. And she's trying to disrobe for him. But he can't do that anymore, he said. His heart can't take it. That's the thing. So is the old man going to die now? Hey, we just murdered a bunch of people. Let's get it on. Yeah, that's a very horror movie trope. And I think the old guy's going to get it here. If he doesn't cash in because of the heart problems, she's going to do him in. She's going to stab him or something. Pearl is her name. And we'll definitely take note of that for our review afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so they're just kissing. As we pan down from the bed, and then is Mia Goth is underneath. Old people. Ew. They're actually showing us old people getting it on. Not my favorite scene of the movie. Yeah, and I feel like her underneath the bed, she's just kind of like trying to wiggle her way out of the bed room there. At least it's dark enough you guys can't see what's going on, but we're 1:31. And see, I wouldn't really call this a horrifying scene. It's just gross. Okay. Again with the weird editing. She's running away and we kept on flashing back to the bed. Weird scene. By now you would have to surmise that the rest of your friends are dead. And she can see the blood there and she can hear the call for help. And yeah, there's the gun in the glove box. The old people didn't take that out. This is something that I want to ask if the younger people out there watching this who have never been exposed to things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or The Visit or any of the influences, if this is like your first time ever seeing anything like this, then perhaps you like this. Like you really like this because it feels fresh.
Fucking crazy! I have to get out of this house!
Stop screaming. Oh, okay, so the Jenna Ortega is not the final girl. She got out and she got hit with the pop gun again. Again with this rifle. You don't believe anybody's going to come looking for them. So they're talking about disposing of the bodies. Huh. Even murder has its ugly side. 134:42. So Jenna Ortega walked right into that bullet. So what's going to happen here? Is the old couple going to get it? What? Did Howard just have a heart attack? So Howard is having a heart attack.
We have reached a crossroads. Salvation.
Rodden. So what if they go to jail? They're already at death's door anyway from the age that they're at.
You wind up just like me.
You're a kidnapping sex fiend.
Deserve.
Oh, so she said the same line. She said the same line from the sermon. She just pulled the trigger and there's no bullets. But there's going to be... Oh, and she couldn't even handle the backfire of the gun. Like, that was too much for her. that was interesting. Okay, so she tried to shoot her with the shotgun, and the blowback from that was so strong it just blew her back. Intervention.
The Lord smiles.
That was an interesting way to go out. Huh. But yeah, I guess that did sort of feel like the climax. So Mia Goth is going to be the one that is the final girl. She's going to be the one walking away from this. My hip. Oh, there's some music here. I might not be able to play this part. So the old lady's just yelling out to her, "Come on, just back up the truck over her. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. There we go." And yeah, it'll be our secret. And she just drove over her once again for good measure. But then who dragged the bodies into the... Oh, I know what happened. Okay, so that old lady's the woman, the one body that's out on the ground with the blanket over her that we saw in the beginning when the cops came up. And she's driving away with just the overalls on. And she's taking some more of the stuff that she did at the beginning of the movie. But you know how Texas Chainsaw ended with Leatherface screaming and yelling, waving around the chainsaw, and had that kind of big climactic scene of her screaming and crying as they drove away from the place. I'm not getting that same feeling with this ending.
Mission. Others may find the light.
And there's that weird flashing editing style again. You saw that? You called it. She survived.
Lured into a life of sin.
So we're going back to when the cops are there asking what's going on here. We're just sitting at an hour and 40 minutes right now. There's the cops again, sheriffs. There to survey the kills.
How the hell should I know?
What do you reckon happened, Sheriff? Bloodbath is what happened. Camera.
What do you think is on it?
Yeah, what do you think's on that? Well, X. Is that it? Is that the end credits? Written and produced by Ty West. Okay, so guys, that was X. What do you guys think about that? I don't think there is a post-credit scene. I'll just jump through here and see if there's a post-credit scene. I think I heard maybe something that there could be a post-credit scene. That was X. And we're going to take a look online here to look at the box office report. It says I'd give the movie a 6 out of 10. Filmed in New Zealand. Yeah, Hourglass, you said that too, right? It was filmed in New Zealand. All right. Is there a post-credit scene? Okay, so here's what I know about this movie. Pearl is the name of the old lady. And while they were filming this movie down in New Zealand, they filmed the prequel to this called Pearl. And I don't know what the reception is going to be to the prequel Pearl, but it's filmed. It's all in the can. And Mia Goth, oh no, that's it. And Mia Goth is the one who played the old lady as well. Okay, so see that's Mia Goth right there. She's right there. She plays the old lady too. So the old lady's just her with makeup. So the prequel that they film is going to be her at the age that she's at there, but it's going to be the old lady Pearl. That's the prequel. Now watching X here, did it give me enough to say that, oh yeah, I want to go out and I want to check out the prequel called Pearl, because this movie was so enticing and invigorating that I want to check this out. The prequel, basically the old lady was a killer when she was young, so we know that happened. Hourglass Vikings in the live chat says, so Maxine was the TV evangelist's daughter. We'll take a look at the IMDb. Let me pull up the IMDb here on the side. X IMDb. And hopefully it won't let me down. Let's pull up the IMDb as we collect our thoughts about this movie. Pacing was definitely an issue. Pacing definitely was an issue. Chrome. Sorry about that, guys. I thought that I had this set up. Okay, so Ty West. Let's take a look at the cast here. Jenna Ortega plays Lorraine. She died. Mia Goth is Maxine. So Maxine was the TV evangelist's daughter. Okay. Oh, okay. So she was the daughter of the televangelist, and that's why she quoted him. Okay. I didn't pick that up. Good pick there, Hourglass Vikings. And yeah. Okay, so let's she was the daughter of the televangelist. That totally makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Mia Goth. Let's take a look at her resume. I want to pull up the resume of the director too, Ty West, as we go through some of my thoughts here. For the standout for me, there was Brittany Snow there, the blonde. I liked, like they took time to have a song with her that I liked. Art Glass Vikings in the live chat sends in 20 pounds. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Once again, guys, I'll always put this to good use. And we're going to do a lot more of these watch-alongs too. Whoops. You can see my action bar there. We're going to do a lot more of these watch-alongs because I was watching my YouTube metrics, and apparently once people find these, they do pick up, and a lot of people do like to interact with them. Even though I'll have to do a better job of setting up the live streams so people can know in advance. I don't give a lot of advance notice for the live streams, and if I do that better, I can manage that better, then we'll get more people in the live chat talking too. But I do kind of like that intimate experience when we have like hundreds of people in the live chat, like when we did the Oscars stream. It was just going too fast, right? And you kind of lose that intimacy. But let's take a look at Mia Goth's resume here, because she's obviously going to be in the Pearl prequel right there, post-production. Pearl, Infinity Pool. She was Maxine in Pearl, and we knew that, so she played the older person there as well. But anything else that jumps out at me? She was in Emma. Was that with Anya Taylor-Joy? Suspiria, Marrowbone, A Cure for Wellness. Okay, that was with Dane DeHaan. Cure for Wellness, I like that. Fuzz Aldrin says in the live chat, 20 pounds is like 30 US dollars. Nice. Oh yeah, the exchange rate is, the pound is definitely a lot more than the Canadian dollar is less than the US dollar. So I'm in Canada here, guys. I'm just like an arm's length away from Toronto. So, yeah, that's where I live. But like Mia Goth there, she did a good performance. I liked her performance in it. She did a good performance. But I felt like it needed an edit. It needed it to be shrunk down, because we knew the premise of the movie from watching the trailers, that this adult film team goes to this farmhouse out in Texas, and we know that the old people there are probably going to go crazy and start killing them off one by one, which did happen. And some of the kills were a little bit lackluster. Fuzz in the live chat said that he was going to give it a 6 out of 10. And I don't know, maybe that's a little bit generous. We'll talk about my ratings here as we go through. Let's take a look at Ty West's resume here from the IMDb. See what else he's directed. He's working on Pearl right now. Even though it's in the can, they got to do editing and all of that stuff. It looks like he did a lot of TV series. A lot of TV series before this. Very sexy movie. I'd watch it again. Because it has that nostalgic factor. Fuzz in the live chat says, very sexy movie. I'd watch it again. It has that nostalgic factor of the throwback to the old adult movies where they did have stories. I can see that a little bit, yeah. VHS, so he did some segments for VHS and ABCs of Death. Josh Schnepp did an episode for ABCs of Death too. May he rest in peace. Kevin Fever. Oh, Ty West did Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever, and that one wasn't very good. The Roost, Trigger Man, House of the Devil, Sacrament. Our Glass Viking says in the live chat, great soundtrack. And actually, the movie did have a good soundtrack. I'll give it that, because it had like Don't Fear the Reaper and other songs like that. Soundtrack it was a good soundtrack. The score was serviceable. The score was serviceable. Let's pull up the box office numbers here for X, all releases. So it made 10.9 million domestically, 850 internationally. So yeah, I believe Fuzz quoted that in the live chat, or somebody did. It was one of you two, obviously. 11.7 million worldwide, and the budget. The budget was probably only like 5 million. The budget probably wasn't super high. X movie budget. So the budget was only 12 million. That cost 12 million. It wasn't really that much. Or is that Project X? Pull up the wiki page and see what that's got. Box office was Okay, so it's not giving us a budget. But if the Google was correct, it's saying 12 million, but I don't know about that. 21 million's gross. No, so that must be X. Project X was 12 million. Okay, so it doesn't give us a budget, but I can't imagine that it's more than 12 million, because it's just on a set with a limited cast, limited set. I'm not going to waste time here looking at the budget, but yeah, if it only made 11.7 million, I would venture to guess that it cost 5 million. I would venture that it would cost about 5 million. Take a look at the numbers. See if they give us a budget here. So they're not hiding it, but I would say 5 million at the most, maybe, for X. Let's take a look at the tomato meter for that. Let's take a look at some of the reviews, and then I'll give you guys my final number. X tomato meter. And we'll pull this up. Because a 6, it was average. But I like the cast. I did like the cast. X has 96% by the critics and 74% by the audience. So, okay, so let me go through the acting. Acting was good. I'd had some good performances, but it's not super solid. I would say it's 1.5 for the acting. Directing, I needed an edit, needed to be shortened down. So, directing, I would give another... some of the kills were executed okay too. It was a little bit muddled. No, I'll give the directing 1. I'll give the story 1. So that's 3.5. Score was serviceable. That's 4. Score was serviceable. The cinematography was interesting. It was really well done. So I'll give a full point for the cinematography. That puts us at 5 for the watchability factor. And it's got... I tell you this, okay, for what it is, X, I'd say at least watch it once, so that would bump my score up to 6.6 out of 10. Do you need to watch it twice? Because there's some things in there. If you haven't seen this stuff before, then you may find it fun. So 6.5 out of 10 is something where, yeah, that's where I would be. In fact, I am going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 for X. Let's go and take a look at just a few of the reviews that came in. Let's take a look at some of the good ones. There's tension, proper fleshiness that makes the audience wince, and the actor seems to be really enjoying themselves. Entertaining, repugnant in a good way. Repugnant, definitely, with the old lady being nude and groping her in the bed. It was just... watching two old people get it on, though, was not my bag. This is really great. A throwback to those grindhouse films from the 1970s. So, yeah, that's what people liked about it. Let's see what they didn't like. Ty West, the director, just wants to punish everyone involved in gory ways, played for laughs. That doesn't... I don't know what the heck you're talking about there, man. Show me some other bad ones. Okay, guys, I clicked on this little button here that says view all critic reviews. And I feel like you're not going to show me them. Okay, so they're not going to show us. But, yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for X. And as I said, that cosplay of her wearing just the overalls and such has been iconic enough that I've seen some cosplayers do that. So... that's my feelings for X. And let's talk a little bit more here now. That's it for X. I think that's it for X, right? Yeah, that's my favorite poster because it's got Brittany Snow on there. And I liked her performance. I liked her singing, actually, too. Yep, 6.5 out of 10 for X. Wasn't horrible. It wasn't awful. It was just, it needed to be tightened up at the beginning. Okay, let's talk about doing some more reactions here. As I said, once people find these, they've been enjoying the watch-alongs. And as long as people understand that you have to have your own copy, I show you as much as I can. And that they really like that. And that's what the YouTube metrics have shown me. They like The Bubble, even though The Bubble was a terrible movie. This one was kind of in between a good and a great movie. But I'm thinking I'm going to start doing good movies that I liked, and we'll do it kind of like a watch-along style like this. But I'll try to announce that like a day in advance or something, so that people have time to, hey, there's going to be a live stream of one of my favorite movies, and then it'll bring in more people to talk in the live chats. If you're watching us afterwards, guys, you know, I'll try to comment and then reply to all the comments that I get in a timely manner. And so we'll do more of these watch-alongs for sure, and we'll do some big movies out there that some people really like. And when The Batman comes out on Monday, you know what? The Batman might be our next watch-along movie, guys. It'll be a 3-hour session, though. I wonder what is going to be your first movie. My first movie? You mean like my first movie that I'm going to do, like from my catalog? The ones that I like want to really share with you guys. The ones that I don't know. I tried to do The Lake House, but that got blocked. And this might get blocked too. I don't know how the live streams are going to really work, because I've been okay showing just little clips here and there, but it's not as flashy as the people that give you the full reactions. Fuzz, yeah, your first watch along. Batman comes out on Monday, so we might be watching the Batman on Monday, and that'll be a long day. So I'll have to save up the old vocal cords for that. Okay, guys, if you don't know, we do a live movie news show where we do talk about the movie news headlines of the day. And it's live Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern. We go through all the movie news headlines quickly, and we don't rant on things too long. I just like to talk about what's been going on out there in the realm of movie and entertainment news. I do break out the guitar every now and then, play some songs. And I hope you enjoyed watching X, and enjoy your long weekends that's here. 3 days for some people, 4 days for here in Canada. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, we're going to do more of these watch-alongs because I think people like it. All right. Thank you for joining me in the live chat, guys. Fuzz and Hourglass, it was always awesome as always. And I'll see you, well, I'll see some of you tomorrow for the Horror Weekly Roundup. Until then, enjoy your weekend.